Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week.
This is gonna suck.
Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and the Facebook impaired. I am joined by my lovely co-host, dialing it in from the left coast, Brane Damage.
Choo!
And coming in from often occupied South Canada, Quiet Michael.
Howdy, Eric.
Howdy. And dropping in for a quick six, one of the founding fathers of Facebook for the Blind, Tyler Cox.
Unbelievable that he's here.
USA. USA.
And we are going to have some funny memes for you. But first, a patented, trademark, copyrighted, absolutely essential part of every single episode of Facebook for the Blind. You know it. You'll love it. Despite what all my co-hosts say, we need it. Talking about the depressing news.
We're number one.
So much crazy shit happened. I hope you noticed I opened and I stole the logo. Beautiful couple, after climbing to the top of the antenna, unfurled a flag, read, "When the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace." And I thought that was awesome. And then they got arrested, which I thought was like, you know, when you get asked in a job interview, so any arrests on your record? Well, yes. Yeah, it was particularly fun too. First off, because they were ripped, just gorgeous. And then Right Wing went nuts because he proposed on top of the antenna, which, like, you know, all those blonde women on Fox, you saw them like have a meltdown. It was very fun. They were like, "Well, which, you know what? Anything that makes Fox News sputter makes me happy." I co-opted it for our advertisement, so you might have seen the teasings all week, but I had this lovely couple flying our flag, so I was pretty proud of it. We started doing this show. I didn't make memes. Hey, we are on day, 3,200 of Turtle Watch. Mitch McConnell, Turtle of the Senate, has some are saying is one of the best metaphors and representation of our whole political system. You see, he was found unconscious weeks ago. He's been in the hospital. People say he's brain dead. People say it's weekend at Bernie's. And they're holding the spot because if they can keep that body, if they can keep that rotting corpse heart beating till just after early in August, then they can avoid something. I don't know. It's all elections and things, but just absolute. So the Democratic governor can't appoint. So anyway, absolutely nuts. And been keeping an eye on him for a long time.
Real quick, I saw a comment on Reddit that called it Rigor Tortoise. I thought that was hilarious.
Rigor Tortoise. Exactly. And yes, he's been memed as a turtle many times. And we can say that because he loves it, apparently. He's into it. It's some kind of shame kink, and he's down. Caitlin Collins trolled the National Mall, just like, you know, look at the crowds, which I thought was fantastic, just near empty out there. So again, I co-opted this for our, branding and promotion. So there we go. It's been seeing it all week from the biggest news stories. A lot of crazy shit happened on the National Mall. Don't know if you gentlemen saw this, but on the 4th of frickin' July, the Patriot Front assholes, white supremacist Nazis, had the gall to march flying Confederate flags. And man, whew, that is, it's trolling me. I kind of want to, I want to hit him. Anyway, the thing is, they were taking the DC Metro in there for this iconic photo, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be one of those time life photos about today it happened. But can you imagine just being the lone black woman on this DC Metro with 100 masked white supremacist Nazi piece of shits? Anyway, deep thoughts that happened. They marched. It was just creepy. Look at all that khaki. Ugh. Anyway, so a lot of people talking about the Trump curse, whether the Trump curse is real. because he interfered in the World Cup, called the head of FIFA, and like really, and then we lost. So, well, but America lost against Belgium. 4-1, I guess. I don't know. I heard interesting things about the game, but I really like that trending is Trump curse. And I was like, yes, he has the anti-Midas touch. He can turn anything into poo. A positive story. TD always asks me, he's like, you got to punch it up with some positives here, man. So look at this, man. They're always talking about, oh, you can't put up solar panels on farmland because there's all that, we need that farmland. It's like, hey, check it out. You can graze cows. And they call it cattle voltaics. How adorable is that? Come on, cattle voltaics. Just chewing cud in the shade beneath your solar panels. You're producing, two different crops. Cool beans is what I'm saying. Really pretty funny. The White House ordered the Department of Energy to delete all their web pages instructing people to lower the thermostat to 78 degrees because Mamdani had done it in New York City, and they are sensitive little flowers. Like literally deleted hundreds of web pages saying to lower the thermostat to 78. These guys are weird on the information warfare there. In positive news, again, trying to pepper them in here, man, a ton of electric buses, school buses that are not in use across the country being charged up with beautiful solar energy, using it as batteries to fend off the heat wave. I saw multiple stories across the country. This one's got 8 megawatts of electric buses, clean, emissions-free electric buses. I don't know if you remember school buses, but I remember what it smelled like. It smelled like carbon monoxide. Every bus ride with no seatbelts. I love this too. You ever see something so obvious even Fox News picks up on it? Yeah, freaking crazy. Here's a picture of 3 scumbags in DC, and it's, quote, the biggest grift of all time, while scrutinizing the billions of dollars in crypto wealth that has been attained by this administration's families through crazy nepotism and gnarly stuff. But I mean, I don't know. Did you guys ever think you'd live to see the day that like Fox News would have this on the Chiron? Biggest grift of all time. Because it is. It's like $2 billion. He's increased his net worth by $2 billion in like a year and a half. And this is the thing. My mom, well, let's say somebody said, but what about the Bidens? And I was like, what, how much you think? 500,000, 2 million, 5 million? It's a really interesting thing. You know what they say the difference between 5 million and 2 billion is? About 2 billion.
And that's just what we know about too.
This is corruption off the chart. We didn't even know we needed a chart. This is like when they had to like redesign the Richter scale. This is like a whole. Anyway, moving on. Well, again, we're on day 3,900 of Mitch McConnell watch because Mitch McConnell's been hospitalized for 3 weeks and his team won't say why. And it's like, really, who's running things? Meanwhile, Mitch McConnell's wife decided that now would be a good time to fly over to China and receive an honorary degree and meet the vice president of China. And that's where she's at. And a lot of people are saying that she won't be able to sign over power of attorney because apparently that doesn't work through Chinese fax or however you have to do it. So again, weekend at Bernie's with Mitch McConnell. And, the Daily Beast is reporting that the Chinese travel is even weirder than we knew. And I got lost because it's just too long. There's just too many. Yes, they're weird. They're very weird. That's a weird reaction. Oh, your husband's dying. Probably a good time to fly to China. Meet the vice president. Oh, McConnell loves the turtle comparisons, so bust him out. Like you can do all the turtles you want. Like, you can make fun of people. You're like, hey, respect the dead. You're like, hey, he loved it. This is what he would have wanted. Hey, how about some more good news? China's planted so many trees they have changed the weather. They have encircled the entire Gobi Desert, I believe. Remember the Gobi Desert was like the largest in the world? They've encircled it with trees. They've put in a green belt. Over the decades, they have now planted a green wall and changed the way evaporation and water and rain works and stuff. So how cool is that? They actually did something. And whatever they screw up, we'll learn from so we don't do it badly. And I love that. Corporate media has been flipping their lids over Democratic voters' socialist preferences. Here we see a bunch of young socialists just ecstatic because that's what being a democratic socialist is all about, kids. It's just being ecstatic all the time. It's being filled with hope and a vision of the future. It's like being in the Super Friends. You feel so powerful. I redesigned all the logos. Fox News put this up on the screen to make it scary, and I was like, baller. And I went to work, and this is what I came up with. And I'm sorry, it's just a draft, but Medicare for all, college for all, housing for all, 32-hour work week, give it up, tax the rich, Green New Deal, and free Palestine. I'm like, that sounds pretty good to me. It's tight. Fits on a large, rectangular, kind of tallish bumper sticker. Anyway, I stole this from Fox News graphic department and made it better. I did, however, have to eat some crow today, and it's exemplified by this painful, painful meme from I didn't think the face-eating leopards would eat my face, and it's captioned by Chad Lang. Who'd have thunk your Blackwater mercenary candidate was a bad guy? Why weren't there signs? And it's the blue mark saved from flag, having to apologize for supporting a rapist with a Nazi tattoo today. And I had to do some of that, although supporting is a strong word. So I had some back and forth, and I believe the moral he was trying to tell me, and I thought I would share it with you all, is that the mad scientist behind Graham Plattner's scandal-plagued rise is Dan Moroff, this guy, and he runs some campaign thing, and they cheaply expedited his vetting. So it's like, so there you go. So when you run for office, everybody, invest in your vetting. Get the gold plan. Don't get the bronze. You need more vetting. Meanwhile, John Fetterman says that he'll leave the Democratic Party if it embraces socialism and abandons Israel. And the world collectively said, don't let the door hit you in the ass. Oh, and by the way, I just heard as we were breaking, and I'm so sorry I don't have time to check this out, but I hear that the force behind his campaign was the mad scientist, Dan Moroff, the guy behind Graham Plattner's scandal plague. So the double moral of this story is this. And guys, I know you're all like, I don't understand. It's kayfabe. This is kayfabe, and I don't know enough about wrestling to explain it. But there it is. Hey, hi, Jax.
Just means they stay in character all the time.
Okay, so they switch sides and stuff, and they wear their
Always in
underwear on
character.
the side.
Never drop the
They're
mask.
all- just yeah. So there we go. You've helped me to understand that. Thank you all so much. You're lovely people. Meanwhile, Marjorie Taylor Greene has said that she's going to start a third party. She and maybe Tucker Carlson, because MAGA is not far right enough for her. She's like, no, we need to get closer to the Taliban. Just anyway, so that's fun. That's a thing that's happening. Normally we like to close out this stuff with a nice heartwarming animal closer. So I would just like to direct your attention to something I newly discovered today. These are Canadian feral pigs out there in the Canadian prairie. They got these big ass feral hogs. And look at it. They build these nests. They build these little crop circles, but kind of in a more archy kind of a way. They build these little tunnels in the mud and stuff. They dig this little thing. And check it out, man. They knock down these cattails. They chomp them with their teeth. They weave it. They get a little thing in there, and they get it so warm that steam pours out of them. Up at the University of Saskatchewan, they call these shelters pigloos. And that has been your heartwarming story to end out Facebook for the Blind for July 7th, 7/7, an auspicious date, 2026. Handed it over to my beautiful co-host, Michael, for a nice heartwarming
Round one.
Yeah, Eric, here comes a big, long, round one. To tell you what, though, down in Texas, they'll give you $350 to kill a pig like that.
That's what I heard. Didn't Christy Nome do that shit? Didn't she like take a trip, do that?
I don't know about Christy Nome, but I got a lot of kin who's made this trek over the Arkansas-Texas border, killed some hogs, and come back to Arkansas. It's a good deal.
Yeah, you can't really get cable in the mountains, can you? There's just
I mean, they pay you to do it.
oh, My God, that's amazing.
Ben Jordan, friend of the show, Ben Jordan. He
Hey,
says
Ben.
Amazon Prime Day used to be about family and Christ. Now it's just a bunch of corporate bull. Next up, we have Tate Ticks. He says, "Hey, I called here today, and they said you were a regular." And it's a picture of says Daddy's Car Wash, bottoms blasted here.
Oh my.
So, Lar of Lore, friend of the show, Lar of Lore says, "I asked ChatGPT, yeah, well, I asked Kendrick Lamar, and he said, Bing, bat, boom, 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 bat, bam." Moist Buddha's here. Keeping it moist. Keeping it Buddha.
Buddha.
It's a picture of a bodega. And it says, if you know someone from New York City and they're feeling down, ask them to explain to you exactly what a bodega is. They love telling people about bodegas. Now, what they're going to describe to you is a regular corner store, but act like it's just as magical as they think it is. Oh. Here we have a picture of the county market, except
Hey.
the O has burned out
Oh.
in county.
Oh boy.
And
Oh, my.
Tate Tick says, I went to Cunty Market and everyone there knew you. Just a couple more for round one here. Metawoofer, friend of the show, Metawoofer. And he wants us to know he's talking about Joey Chestnut, friend of the show, Joey Chestnut.
Oh, Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, friend of the show. Hey, Joey.
Hey.
Anyway, it's a picture of an X-ray and it says 68 hot dogs. And it's just a picture of an X-ray where they've shoved 68 hot dogs. You know, it goes pretty far up. Like pretty much to his armpits, you know.
Dear God.
And my last meme for round one comes to us from Joshua Turek. He says, I was born American, but I'm not like a practicing one.
Nah.
That's all I got for round one. Kicking it over to Brane.
Beautiful.
Let's do it, Brane. Fuck it up.
This week they went crazy. They went absolutely crazy with the couple climbing the tower. So just know that I'm gonna fly through these because, much like Michael, this is my big long round one, and every single meme is the couple on the tower, just variations. So we're gonna fly through. First one is Eric Sizemore with Facebook for the Blind logo, and we've got Eli J with the cast from Don't Drink Your Juice while whatever the fuck in the hood, and it says, "What you say about my mama?" and it's hashtag message, and you see Keenan Ivory down there with the message. Then we got Eli J again with the half baked crew, and it says, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool, and fuck you. I'm out, B." The Walk-In's dead and breaking is Rick James, bitch. I'm Rick James, bitch.
I remember it.
And then we got Sloth with "Hey, you guys" from Mayan OC memes. And then we got somebody named Frank Bellotti with actually King Kong on the Empire State Building. He looking smug and he says, "Real original, bro." Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson making his first, not last appearance. And this one says, "For someone out there, it's the last weekend. They all have all 10 fingers." That's the 4th of July meme. Yeah. Then we've got the Walk-In's dead and breaking again with Jason Voorhees, and it says, "Those teens deserved it. Changed my mind." Then we got Brett's Bad's Photoshop with Red Fox, and it says, "You big dummy." Hard to argue with that. Had to throw that one in. Then we've got Jules from Pulp Fiction from Eli J. It says, "English, motherfucker, do you speak it?" They just went crazy. Eli J again with Dr. Evil and Mini-Me, and "Throw me a friggin' bone here."
Nice.
And we've got Charlie Murphy from Blamio L. Jackson. He's saying how he was a habitual line stepper. I said that to one of my students once. I was like, "Buddy, you are a habitual line stepper." And he was like, "Did you just call me a bitch?" I'm like, "Yo, why did I never think of that? Why did I?" This one's for TD, but he's not here. It's WrestleMania Nation or just WrestleNation.net, and they're saying Leo Rush is more entertaining than Danhausen. I'm being entertained by both, but the Danhausen storyline is going a little weird for me. Not that it's fine. It's fine. Only I understand that. Transformers 1984 has Starscream with his says Megatron has fallen. I Starscream am your new leader. Okay, and then we've got the gaming dungeon with Toad from Mario and his regular flag. Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle. Oops, all OC memes has I think that's Happy Gilmore, and it says it's too damn hot for a penguin to be just walking around. Maybe Little Nicky. I don't know, some Adam Sandler movies. Then we got dumbass photoshops by Joe with Mario on the flag. Eli J is back with the State Farm guy, and it says protect yourself from mayhem. Then we got Brett's Bad's Photoshop, and it's the oh fuck you're gonna make me come girl, but she's saying oh fuck you're gonna make me climb.
Oh man.
Brett's Bad Photoshop back with Al Bundy throwing a touchdown with just a flag that says poke high. 4 touchdowns in a single game. Never forget. This one's from the Clink Room. I got a Clink hat on right now, and it just says money comes and goes. Just buy the hat. I wish, buddy. The fucking hats cost $60, assholes. Cliff Band has the Scream and Freddy Krueger, and says Michael and Jason eat sheet cake in hell. I don't even know what that means. And then you got the couple that got busted from the concert that says Viva La Vida. I knew that looked familiar, and this one's nothing but nonsense. I hope they end soon. Mine's memes back again has Ving Rhames from Pulp Fiction and the Gimp. Nah, man, I'm pretty fucking far from okay. That's how these memes are making me feel. Then we got All Hell Cobra Commander, but they didn't even put Destro's face on this. This is lazy photoshopping Rebel Angel University. So this one's low kick MMA. It just says UFC 329 this Saturday. Blamio L. Jackson's back, and it says it's too damn hot to be leaving the house without deodorant.
Yeah.
Then we got Oops All OC memes, and theirs is just the coming soon Dollar General flag. Mel Brooks, we ain't found. I didn't remember. This one just says I'm surrounded by assholes. Hip hop and horror has Wu-Tang is for the children. We got Invader Josh with Roman Reigns making Jacob Fatu acknowledge him. Then we got Michael Myers and Jason Bourne, Freddy Cook socks in hell from Clip Brand. I promise you, I think we're almost over. We're gonna skip a few. There's another Rick James, Austin 316, King Kong again. WrestleMania throws the Hardy Boys off of there, and Jeff Hardy's doing a swanton. And then we've got Real Wrestling World with the NWO flag. Blamio L's back with Presidents are temporary, Wu-Tang is forever. And this was the last one. The torture is over. Somebody named Michael Knight posted a flag that says, "We have been trying to contact you about your car warranty."
Oh.
And that's what that whole hoax was about.
Classic.
Passing it off to you, Eric. Holy shit! I'm going to finally use that new now, Katie.
I'm gonna hand it over to Tyler and see what you got, buddy.
Oh, my bad, Tyler.
Oh, no,
okay.
you're good.
We didn't work it out. We
Just
didn't
the
work
muscle
out
memory.
I didn't know where I was going either, so.
It just springs it on you, huh?
Yeah, you didn't tell me how many you had or what you wanted to do, so I was like, "Oh, we'll just put you here."
I got a few.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right. Starting off here, Idiocracy tops the list of what movie is the definitive movie that most represents America at 250 years, as polled by the New York Times. I thought that was amazing. I wanted to put that first just because that's kind of news.
Amazing.
I think number 2 was The Godfather. So
wow. Sure.
Yeah.
I can see that.
All right. Let me move this. Okay. All right, so we have here some sausages. Oh, by the way, I'm doing all Reddit stuff. This is on r/technically the truth.
Nice.
LGBT
Nice.
sausage, lemon, garlic, basil, tomato. That sounds amazing. That's LGBT sausage I would definitely like to eat. Here's from r slash count with chicken lady, which is like a pro trans meme subreddit. I don't know what this is, tweet or something from Northern Punk Lad. It says, being Prime Minister of the UK has a higher regret rate than being trans. So the solution is to ban prime ministers.
Huh.
All right, so we got one here from r slash non-political Twitter. Seems like just an excuse. It's a tweet from at Kit Yates Maths. Says, I'm sorry, but you can't always be experiencing a higher volume of calls than average. That's not how averages work.
Right. Hell yeah.
I got one here from r slash work reform. Says centrist compromise. It's a tweet from at pixelated boat. Says centrist. Politics is all about compromise. Me. So compromise with the left, centrist. Oh God, no, I meant compromise with racists. Here we have one from r slash murdered by words. Democrat, not American. Brian K. DeChambeau said, I'm rather be an American than be a Democrat. Diane L. Jarrett says, Brian, this is Threads. You're looking for Truth Social. Go down the street, turn left at the Cybertruck, go past the Trump merch store run by a Karen, take a right at the meth house, go past the Jeffrey Epstein Memorial, and right in front of the two cousins kissing, you'll find Truth Social. You're welcome.
Well done, Diane.
Here we go from r slash me IRL. It's like a young woman in like a laboratory says villains always have PhD. Dr. Octopus, Dr. Fuffleschmertz, Dr. Frankenstein. Good guys stop at masters. Master Yoda, Master Splinter. Studies corrupt the soul. This is one that's from r slash Peter explains the joke. Why German specifically, PETA? This is like a, I don't know, comment somewhere from Mile High Pole says, I'm a therapist, and sometimes when I'm pretty sure they have autism, I ask their ethnic background first, just to make sure they're not actually just German. And Michael, I got this last one here for you. Do you want to read this for me?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, you ready? It's real short. It's just text. All right.
Right.
It's from r slash me IRL.
It says, what do your tattoos mean? And it says that I cannot be trusted with $800.
Spot on.
Yeah, it's very true. Everything's
Oh,
800.
well done. Well
I thought,
done.
I don't remember you finishing your sleeve,
I had it, what, just so you know, I had after I finished my sleeve, I swore. I was like, that's it. That hurt so much. I'm not getting any more tattoos. But then this guy who's supposed to do my rib cage was like, "Hey, I had an opening for the end of the month. You want it?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, absolutely. That's great."
Hilarious. All right. I'm going to do my ostensibly wholesome round one. Hey, I did a ton of promos because they're getting easier. And again, I'd like to point out that I did not do this stuff when we started the show. I just started doing weird graphics with this show. So thank you everybody for giving me this silly excuse. Wholesome round one. Oh my God. 4th of July is good here, but I found out that Cracker Night it says in the NT. I think was that Victoria? Is that New Zealand?
Northern Territory?
Northern Territory. There you go.
I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, yeah, Australia. Yeah, Aussie tradition says it's an Aussie tradition kept alive in the Northern Territory. These guys just go out with Roman candles and trucks loaded up like Mad Max with Roman candles and just shoot each other in the streets. And there's crazy footage of it. Anyway, Cracker Night. It's a handy mnemonic down in Australia, worthy of checking out. All kinds of videos. And I was like, holy crap. Friend of the show, Charles, has posted this up. Says, even after my carpal tunnel surgery, because the sign says, I'm getting stronger with age, I can now lift $100 worth of groceries with one hand.
Yeah, getting easier by the day.
Oh, I am mighty. Here we have a picture of Elmo, the Big Hugs Elmo, and it's got like a cardboard guy in the front of the box, a cardboard child with like a little hand, like he's hugging him. But he's been mispackaged in this one, and Elmo's hand is clearly trying to smother the child. Big Hugs Elmo thinks you don't need to breathe. I don't know. Big Hugs Elmo had too much. Moving on, front of the show, Steve Rendell. Oh, sorry, just talking about that group of masked men gathered, with Confederate flags. Just, still irritates the shit out of me. Confederate flags marching across Capitol Hill. Woo! My former employer, The Onion, has a picture of an older couple playing cards. Headline: Relationship at the point where woman has to learn boyfriend's family's weird card games. Milestone. Mark your calendar. Friend of the show, text from last night says, one firework is enough to get the point across.
Yeah.
We're good. John H. Keating II, a top contributor, I believe, in the best and worst of Twitter 3, but I could be off by something. Has this conversation between Peach with an exclamation point. Says, if Mitch McConnell actually dies this week, I'll post whole, and I am not joking. And Aaron T responds, me and my homeboys don't like Hole, but I dislike Mitch even more, so I know what I'm rooting for. Peach said, you and your homeboys don't like Hole? Aaron T says, no, ma'am, we like Wiener. I was like, I need at least one joke to keep the whole in wholesome. Oscar comments, keep the whole and eggplant, but feel free to post an ocean of artwork. Anyway, best and worst of Twitter 2 has this interesting take reposted by Misty Rain that was originally from Christy Yamaguchi-man at Wapple House. Says, the Bakutel drive-through at 1 a.m. will have a $200,000 Mercedes S65 waiting right behind a 96 Cavalier that never had the oil changed, followed by a moped ridden by 3 people, all craving the same thing, to live mas. Truly, the last great melting pot of class in this country. Misty said, I've easily given up all fast food, but I'll never give up my Taco Bell. It's part of my personality at this point. I feel you, Misty Rain. I feel you. Got about 4 more. Here we have a Lego scene of the Last Supper. Jesus has his hands in the air, and the waiter says, separate checks? No, he's paying for all of us. That was posted by the Brooklyn Open House of Comedy. Join them, don't join them. I don't judge. 3 more here. British stand-up comedy fans does this thing. It's really funny. They post comedians and they post their jokes. And here we have the great Gary Delaney. Says, my grief counselor died the other day. He was so good at his job that I didn't give a fuck. I went to a mate's funeral last week. Poor bastard drowned. Me and a couple of his mates chipped in and got him a wreath in the shape of a life preserver. Well, it's what he would have wanted. My neighbor knocked on my door at 2:30 a.m. this morning. Can you believe that? Lucky for me, I was still up playing my bagpipes. I liked it. All right. No, I'm doing more. Here's another thing that they do in this thing. British stand-up comedy fans post Sean Locke was. So in other words, he's dead now. Says, some people say the glass is half empty or half full. To me, that's irrelevant because I'm having another drink. I'm not a racist. Some of my friends are black. I'm not a murderer. Some of my friends are alive. And finally, a post from Andrew Teedy. Sorry, Swifties. Sorry, no celebrity wedding will ever top this one. Kermit the Frog and Spiggy. He's right. I know these people's names. I know their faces. I'm never going to forget that. And that was my ostensibly wholesome round. Wrapping it up, handing it back to you, Mike.
All right, here we go. Kicking off round 2. The ostensibly second round.
This
This first one is from James McLean Wind. He says our Pope looks like he was in season 2 of The Sopranos, and it's Pope Leo just looking, yeah,
Yep,
fucking
I'm gonna
cool.
allow
Uh-oh. Gary M, friend of the show, Gary M is
it. Hey,
here.
Gary.
And he says the alphabet starts off kind of slow, but once you get past K, hot damn, does it get good. Z Z Phillips 22 says petition to make washing machine dryer minutes the same amount of time as regular minutes.
Yeah.
Why is it so weird? 20 minutes is like a fucking hour. All right, Trash Can Paul is finally here. He's disgusting.
Hey, Paul.
It's a picture of him pouring some Lipton iced tea into a lake, and it says July 4th shouldn't be celebrated as a pro-American holiday. It should be celebrated as it was intended, as an anti-British holiday.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
I know.
Mastro Ian is Ian and his girlfriend, maybe.
Nice.
It says
Good
being a hater is a heavy burden, but I will gladly take on the responsibility since everyone else is so cowardly.
save.
I, I got two more. As my Thalorus, friend of the show, as Mythalorus says,
Hey,
circumcised
ass.
people, circumcise people. That's she's
I'm
smoking the
dead.
right amount of weed. You know what I mean?
Oh,
She's smoking exactly the right amount of weed.
that is an incredibly tight joke. That is
It's so
4
good.
words. I am shamed. You
Yeah,
think that's
and
a child?
it's really only 2 words. The past participle of circumcise is the only, it's, otherwise it's almost exactly the same all the way through. Circumcised people, circumcised people. All right, last meme for round 2, the ostensibly second round, comes from 27, friend of the show, 27,
Hey.
who says the best part of having a job is being able to go through doors other people aren't allowed to use. The worst part is everything else. And that's all I got for round 2. Kicking it back to
Nice.
Brain.
All right. See if I did this right. I think we got this one. All right. So we're gonna start with music. Music says Alexa, play 80s pop, and there's a picture of a person with a suit. I think her name is Annie. There's a pirate with parrot on his shoulder, a sheep, a man with a green lime shirt saying "Oh," and a special K. That is Annie. Are you okay? All right. Are you okay, Annie? All right. This one's just a picture of AI. It says Holland Targaryen. It is a picture of Erling Holland from the Norway team, and this is just dope. So I just had to put it like, oh, let me share this, and it was
It's like his ancestors never had sex with anyone other than other Vikings.
yeah,
Like
for
that
real.
is Vikings all the way back.
And he's on the hunt too. It is amazing watching him play. I got to all my wife's family came over that day, and we had just enough seats for everybody to have one except me. So I sat on the floor and watched the game. So every time they scored, I was rolling with them. It was pretty
Yeah,
fucking
cool.
fun. And there's another AI picture of him with the actual Norway kid on instead of the dark Targaryen kid with a dragon behind him. This was from somebody named Chris Felty. It says House of Dragons just beat
Did you see him beating
Brazil.
the drum?
Yeah,
Shit, that's
that's
dope.
what I was when I was doing it too. This one's Blamuel L. Jackson Black, and he said it is the skies this weekend, and this is a picture of John Witherspoon as the dad in Friday, and he is lit up with like fireworks, but he is the skies this weekend. So, R.P. John Witherspoon, he was one of my favorites.
Goddamn refrigerator.
Yeah. Me Moms and somebody named Joey Lyons has a picture of some some young man very happily, possibly Mikey Winfield, Redman. I don't know. Those some big ass teeth, and
Oh
he's got
yeah,
some big
does
ass
look like Mike
sunglasses
Winfield.
on.
It's the weekend at Super Bowl
Yeah, maybe a
halftime show.
fro.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. And yeah, his glasses are reflecting lots of lights. And it says, "Me watching fireworks, even though I never left my house. I just have popcorn ceilings and LSD."
Uh,
This one's from Trevor Noah, and it is a picture of AI, the 300, but it is the goalkeeper from Cabo Verde who had 18 saves. I just had a couple shouts out to him. It says, "Every World Cup, it has an impossible story team. Defies all beliefs to achieve seemingly impossible. They did not win the game. They made Argentina work for it." And shouts out to Egypt. They made them work for it today, too. Argentina made
Yeah,
it
they
through
did.
with a hell of a three goal comeback at the end there. But yeah, and it says that he's a bus driver by day, 40 years old, electrician. How's he bus driver and an electrician? Even in Cabo Verde, they got to have two jobs to stay afloat. You know what I mean? So I guess it's
yeah,
not just an American thing. But
yeah.
yeah, that goalkeeper was amazing, and I appreciate defense in all team sports. So the goalkeeper play this World Cup has been lit, and
Hmm.
then it shows him
Nice.
with 18 saves. Yeah, and then just today's years old shows the Cabo Verde flag and just a couple of stats. They're only a population of 500,000. It was their first World Cup ever, the smallest nation to ever reach the World Cup, and taking Spain and Argentina to the wire. And yeah, and they were the 67th seed. 48 teams got to go in. My team, Italy, did not get to go in. Italy has won the World Cup multiple times. They did not make it. Cabo Verde did. And yes, they did touch the hearts of the world. So I had to give them some love. And then me, Mom's July Lions is back and says Seattle Washington World Cup signage was not well thought out. And this one says C26,
Oh,
and it has
oh.
a silhouette or a reverse silhouette of a soccer player bouncing a ball off his knee, except it does look like he is getting down with a boogie bang on somebody
It does.
doggy style. Possibly Velma from Scooby Doo. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my God!
Maybe her
Do
hair
not
silhouette just looks
besmirch
like a
the good
soccer
name
ball.
of Velma. Nice.
We're gonna move
Oh
along,
yeah.
and only a couple more. Meg O'Pry has a picture of the Wu Tang Clan, but it is Winnie the Pooh's face photoshopped into all of their bodies, and it's called the Pooh Tang Clan. Yeah, and then we have a picture of me who thought it was a great idea to wear my Spain jersey while Spain played, but I was a little bit cold, so I wore a yellow hoodie underneath. We had a fire drill that day. Not my wife, not any one of my building cohort people, nobody. I went to a show. I looked in the mirror before I left for that show to brush my hair, and I said, "God damn." Nobody told me I look like Winnie the Pooh. This is some
Winnie the
bullshit.
Pooh. I
Yep.
saw it. I saw the Winnie.
Yep, it was fucking. So I'll never wear that again. And this one's the last one, bringing it back to music. And this time it's a Let's Play 80s rap. And we have a me character, Three Blind Mice, Will Ferrell in the movie Elf, Anne Hathaway, and then yes, that's me, myself, and I. Okay, I'm handing it off to you, Tyler.
Yep, it's going to me.
Sweet.
I got it right this time.
Yep.
Yeah.
First one here is from r/snorkblat. It says, yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man. It's a tweet from Catherine Na Nolag. It says, I still think my favorite thing that's ever happened to me on the internet is the time a guy said, people change their minds when you show them facts. And I said, actually, studies show that's not true, and linked two sources. And he said, yeah, well, I still think it works.
Yeah. I've so had this conversation.
This is from another one from r/non-political Twitter. You could have mentioned that first. That's a tweet from at Decent Birthday. It says the owner of my Airbnb has a dog named Kevin. His human sounding name terrified me at first. Then it goes to some messages between the two, and it says, I apologize in advance, but Kevin may try to sleep with you. Just keep your door shut. What? Kevin is my dog.
That's so funny.
Here's one from r slash oddly specific. Can't lie, I get dude's point. It's a tweet from at manmapes. There's a podcast called at Yo Is This Racist? And a white guy called in to ask if it was racist that a Taco Bell employee assumed that he wanted mild sauce. And I've never stopped laughing.
Nice.
Here's one from r slash history memes. O-rings, are those a type of cereal? You see what is it, Supergirl like animated picture, and it says, "Remember, kids, if you study really hard, this could be you one day." An entire class of 80s school children about to watch a teacher blast off into space aboard the Challenger.
Damn.
All right, this is another one from r slash me IRL. It's a tweet from at bonesauce94. I'm Lily Reed.
Oh my.
One time I referenced a meme to this guy I was dating, and he had never heard of it. So I showed him the meme, and his response was, "So I'm just supposed to memorize all your little pictures in order to have a conversation with you?"
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And not a day goes by.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so I also had to save some that ended up getting deleted off of Reddit within the last week. So now I'm going to go to the pictures. Klein at the Kleinest Boral said, accidentally made eye contact with a lady breastfeeding at the mall. I panicked, gave her a thumbs up and mouthed, "Good job." Good thing I'm quick on my feet. That could have been real awkward.
Yeah. Nice save.
We can't see these. Are you meaning to show them?
Oh, shit. You're not seeing them?
Nope.
You are screen sharing.
Yeah, you're screen sharing your Reddit page with
All right. Sorry about that.
No biggie.
All right, let me stop. I didn't realize that I have to do this.
You want me to do a round while you get fixed up?
Nope, I'm ready.
Boom! Look at that, pro.
Here's the next one. Here's the picture of Donald Trump with a long chocolate-covered popsicle in his mouth. And it said, "If I had to see it, so do y'all." And then Percival said, "He's always thinking about Obama." Here's another one from at Hinpecked Howell. Said, "My daughter came downstairs and gave me the last bite of her favorite candy. She'd learned to share, and I was proud. Then her brother came downstairs asking who ate all of his candy. We did," my brother declared. She had learned to share blame, and I was even prouder.
Yeah.
Nice.
Here's another tweet from at Stal E. Hayun. When I got on birth control as a teenager, my pediatrician said, "This will protect you from pregnancy, but it can't protect you from ... prompting me to answer, and I genuinely said, "Getting my heart broken?" The answer she was looking for was STDs. My last one for the round. Dog shelters. Don't buy puppies. Consider adoption instead. Also dog shelters. This is Piss Fingers. She's 19 years old and can't live in a home with children, books, or electricity. Piss Fingers is nervous around hair and needs 400 acres of land and an orchard of extinct fruits.
Yes. My daughter showed me one yesterday, and it was like, this dog doesn't do anything but lay on the couch. And I was like, sounds like a great dog. Then she's like, can't be in a home with children. It's like, what the fuck?
Weird. I don't understand. All right, doing the allegedly second round. Back to Bernie, because I put in time on this one. It was fun. All right, this one here is a post from William Powell, I believe in one of the best of the worst of Twitter twos, Cameron KY Young. It says, a guy at the pro shop today said that his swamp ass is so bad he was hydroplaning on the toilet seat. Never heard that one before. Maybe adding that to the bag. It's like I like the southernisms here. Friend of the show and founding Zaddy, George Hussein Crookshanks.
No.
Had posted this one just before Independence Day. Reposted Carolyn Levitt at Carolyn Levitt, mouthpiece for the White House. says, what a privilege to be aboard the inaugural flight on the brand new Air Force One. A truly unforgettable day. Remember that $400 million bribe from Qatar that then they had to put like another $400 worth of work into, and now it's flying. And people wanted to point out this TV screen with the presidential seal in the back and a bunch of books, and it just says LMAO. The books just say shit like library and arts on them. And all I could think was, man, even their decoration lies. You know what I mean? That's like, that's funny. This is fractaling. I didn't think the face-eating leopards would eat my face. Second appearance here. Says Gary Peterson is always an in-character satire account. Gary Peterson, Gary Peterson USA. First they destroy our pools with algae seeds, and now the woke left has mysteriously turned July hot. Kylie Jane Kremer says, I'm telling y'all that someone with an extreme case of TDS geoengineered this weather in D.C. Same way they geoengineered Trump's inauguration to be one of the coldest in U.S. history. Oh, man. My father, he's just like, are there seriously flat earthers? I'm like, yeah, there's flat earthers, Dad. They're out there and they have podcasts. Moving on. Friend of the show, Christine, has posted this. The Great American State Fair is what you get when you find out bots can't attend festivals. Moving on here, I didn't think the face-eating leopards would eat my face. Poster Triet M. Chow has reposted Mufflekip, hashtag Tannoy at Mufflekip. These are words. I know. I don't believe it either. Anyway, so conversations. Erica Kirk. This is apparently from trial, and I believe today. Erica Kirk, quote, he was a good Christian, and even though he hated minorities, he would have forgiven you as a fellow Aryan. Tyler Robinson, and there's a gif of him laughing, but Inside Wire has the breaking headline. Tyler Robinson was seen laughing in court as Erica Kirk wept just feet away. It shouldn't be this funny, but it is to me because I'm petty. I didn't think the face-eating leopards would eat my face. Wow. Lizzie Lou has reposted Stormy Daniels, friend of the show, who was in Washington, D.C. Give her a follow. Says, had to fact check it for myself yesterday, and yep, the reflecting pool is still as gross as Tiny's gene pool. I thought there would be a lot more people walking around, but it was pretty quiet. Gonna enjoy some sun at the hotel pool, before my show at the DC Comedy Loft. Because yes, Stormy's one of us now at the Comedy Loft. Says, who's coming to see me and Harry Farm Pit Girls tonight for some drinks and laughter? I've never heard of Harry Farm Pit Girls, but I want to tell you, I'm already intrigued. Anyway. Oh, wait, Katie says she's seen them before. Dear God, we are a culture. Okay, I take it all back. Gerald O'Hara says, probably like a vagina that's had hundreds of guys in it. And Stormy says, leave the first lady out of this. Snap.
Stormy's all ready.
She's on it. She's on it. She doesn't take any shit. I didn't think the face-eating my God. And Lizzie Lou making a second appearance here. Curtis Ostosh has posted this photograph of some municipal building somewhere. I don't even know. Looks like a clock tower, and then next to it is a thing. Kind of looks like an echo of the Kennedy Center, sort of, cantilevered roof on poles, and it's got red, green, yellow, and red lights. And it says, Happy 4th, American Patriots. Our city of Warren still has City Hall illuminated in other agenda colors instead of red, white, and blue to honor America's 250th birthday. This once-in-a-lifetime event missed by those pushing their own agenda. I was like, wow, they could get, it's always interesting to see what they're bent out of shape on today. But one of the things that I just saw quoted numerous times was, what? It's American flag blue. It's American. What's the problem? It's American flag blue. So anyway, call back to last week. Yeah, it's American flag. Look, there it is. American flag blue. Moving on. I didn't think the face-eating leopards would eat my face. Lizzie Lou, third time, sorry, my faux pas, has reposted author Haley Klinge over on Threads. Oh, Threads still on. Do you know that? Says, if it happens on July 4th, I will literally get an American flag tramp stamp. And I remember thinking to myself, I have not concretized my celebration plans, but we should. I would like to drink with you boys on that day, whenever it happens. Just, mark your calendar.
There's a
Uh,
brewery in Wisconsin that's giving away free beer, just to let you know. It's kind of midpoint.
awesome. Awesome. Jeremy Kaplowitz at jeremykaplowitz.com has posted this and commenting on TMZ saying that Senator Mitch McConnell was found unconscious when rushed to the hospital. And a friend of the show and founding Zaddy, George
No,
Hussein Cruikshank,
no.
posted from Kaplowitz, said the fact that people are making jokes about this is sickening. It is not funny when somebody dies or almost dies. McConnell has a long struggled with autoerotic asphyxiation and was found by the police with a belt around his neck and his erect penis in his hands. This is not a fucking joke.
Serious. That's why you got to have a buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. I learned that from NXS. And finally, Fazler.com has posted this empty scene from the concert in the 250th Freedom Celebration with a stage, and it says fake assassination postponed due to low turnout.
Yeah.
And that has been my allegedly second round. Handing it back to you, Michael.
All right. Here we go. Kicking off round 3, the penultimate round. We're starting it off with Erica, friend of the show at Erica. He says
nice.
they should make a grocery store exclusively for people with spatial awareness. Fucking take it. They bump into me with their carts. Oh, I like this. Not today, God, and not today, God. Okay, friends of the show,
Right.
and
Yeah.
definitely not the same person. It's a picture of a guy who looks dirty as fuck. He's got a hat on, and it says, "Dude, I'm so easy to rage bait. Like, what the fuck are you saying? And why are you saying it to me? I hope you explode to smithereens." Mercury, friend of the show, Mercury, says, every day I become more compassionate and more evil simultaneously. SB says, yeah, y'all think it's hot right now. Wait till y'all go to hell. Not today, God, and not today, God, okay? Friends of the show and 2 different people. There's a picture of a cat next to some watermelons, and it looks pissed off, and it says, the older that I get, go fuck yourself. That was my favorite one. Fuck you guys. Trumpy Steven. Okay, listen, Trumpy Steven, friend of the show. His last name is Trump for our listeners, and he is not related to that guy.
What a shame.
But Trumpy Steven says, at Batman, if I 100% your Lego Batman game, can I be your sidekick? And Batman says, how are you against crowbars? Anybody? This is when you need TD.
No.
So Jason Todd was Robin, famously killed by the Joker. Joker killed him with a crowbar in Death in the Family. Actually, it's like the only time in history DC asked the fans to vote whether Robin would live or die, and the fans decided that Robin would die, and he died.
Wow.
Don't worry. He came back. Everybody comes back in comics except for Uncle Ben. This one's also from Trash Can Paul, keeping it fucking nasty. This is my last meme for this round. And it is a picture of the Grim Reaper, I think.
Yeah.
He's got like tattered rags, though, instead of the normal hood. And he has a lantern hanging from his sickle. And it says, your tummy hurts. My tummy hurts more. We are not the same. And that's all I got for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. Back to Brane.
Nice.
All right. Oh, I guess I hit it too early. It started saying words to me. I don't like words. All right. I guess we're going to start with words, though. Some dude named Michael Bennett has a squirrel in a Trek outfit, but he's got the thinking pose, wondering, and says strange. And I'd like to know as well, Michael. It says, isn't it weird that Star Trek goes where no one has ever gone before, and they always find someone there?
Mhm.
Yeah.
How's that work? How does that work? See, in Star Wars, we don't have that problem, do we? We just have droids that we're not looking for. All right. Photo stops by Joel or Jose or somebody with a J. I just threw this one in because it's Andre 3000 on the 300 body, and it just says 3000, and that's cool as fuck. Spartans, tonight we dine in Stankonia. Uh, this one is the complete facts, and it has a dude like reading his phone, possibly with some money in his hand, I think. And it says, if you have a place to live, drive a car, and have $200 in your bank, you are in the top 10% of the wealthiest people on the whole planet. I don't know if that's true or not, but we are in some fucked up times where that could probably be true. I know that 1% is on a whole nother level. So, have they squeezed us that far? It is just depressing either way. I don't know. This one's the moon landing hoax 2.0, and somebody named Kitty Straya. And it is just a picture of a crater on the moon or something, or just in a desert. And it says, craters be like, I got hit by a rock from space, but it crawled out and left.
Yeah, where the fuck do the rocks go?
Right.
They just bounce off? What the fuck?
Just giant empty holes. Like, what happened? Well, yeah.
Dude, where do the rocks go?
Yeah, I think those are the ones that like balance on other rocks.
That's the one near Winslow, Arizona, and it's down there. Way
The
down
rock
there.
is down there?
Yeah,
Nice.
parts of it. Some of it are in the museum right next to it. Some
Huh.
pieces of it.
That's awesome. This one says we live in a sim, and Robert Jackson. And it says, ever since the shutdown of CERN, my vape has lasted way longer.
Mhm.
I didn't know they shut down CERN.
Yeah, they
I'm
shut
learning all
it
kinds of
down the
shit.
other day, and it's going to be shut down for 4 years. So they say
Oh, that's
time is
right.
slowing back down. And the cornucopia is back on the Fruit of the Loom thing. Woohoo! Anyways, uh, this one says, I love art memes. I don't know what love means. Does anybody know what that means?
Means love. Yeah.
Okay.
But the
And
Louvre
it's
is
an
the
AI
art
picture of
museum.
some, huh?
It's a museum in Paris. The Louvre.
Okay. Well, I like this picture of this AI scientist dude looking into some kind of old ass
Microscope.
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 But he says, I support bacteria. It's the only culture some people have.
Ah.
And this one is music back. And this one says, Alexa, play 70s rock now. We have a croc. Our lime green shirted friend with his mouth open is back. We have a rotary telephone with somebody dialing. And then we have Dwayne The Rock Johnson flexing his muscles. That is Crocodile Rock. All right. I'm going to see myself out.
Ah.
This one from my homie, my brother from another mother, King Gup. And he reposted somebody named Henzo at FW Henzo1. It could be Renzo, but Brazilians usually pronounce their capital R's as H's, so we're going to go with Henzo. It says the coolest part of this timeline is you can see exactly how the game is rigged, understand the incentives perfectly, and still have to play it every day just to eat. Awareness without exit is its own special hell.
Yup.
That hits hard as fuck.
Yeah,
And then we have Walk 3209. It says, Republicans, you must be a Democrat. Democrats, you must be a Republican. Me. And it shows Cat Williams sipping a nice glass of something with a cool pointy tinfoil hat, looking very smug, sipping his glass. Like, I don't like either one of you motherfuckers. And then this one's gonna be the last one. Music, pulling off more than just a hat trick. That's 4 or 5 times now. It's this one's back to Alexa play 80s pop, and it is a bowl of pasta without a bowl. It's just pasta. And then in the bottom left corner there's a gigantic E, but inside of that E are Netherlands fans and their Netherlands flag. Yes, that is Pass die Dutchie par me lip on side. Pass the Dutchie by my left hand side. It's Agabon.
Musical youth, busting with the musical youth. Wow, nice.
The Dutch E and the left hand side. That was fucking creative. I like that one a lot. So passing it off to you, Tyler.
Passing it to me. Good night. Like that. All right, here we have picture of Queen Elizabeth on a black and white tiled floor. She's standing on a black tile and says, "Beware, she can move in any direction."
Nice.
Here we have a tweet from somebody that's all blanked out. It says, "At my funeral, take the bouquet off my coffin and throw it into the crowd to see who is next."
That's a good tradition. I like that.
I do too. Here we see a CD book of hundreds of CDs, and it says, "If you think texting while driving is dangerous, you should have seen me in 1998 flipping through my 120 disc CD book in my lap."
I still do this. I still do this in my Mini Cooper.
That's hilarious.
And I like how E40's there too.
Yeah, in Master P.
Right.
Nice.
Here we have a tweet from @Brebun said, "Is lava just discharged from the Earth's crusty?"
Ew.
Ross Kane says, "Please don't use any of those words again."
Right.
Here we have a picture of like a small dog Yorkie or something like that in fireworks, and it says, "Little yapping dickhead suddenly doesn't like loud noises."
Yeah, no shit.
Here's a tweet from Max Tassi at stillworking1003 says, "Your future doctors is using ChatGPT to pass med school. Now is probably a good time to start working out and eating healthy." I don't know who this is from. This is probably a fake text message that says, "The neighbor's kids challenged us to a water fight." And the other person, "I'm in, just waiting for the water to boil."
Damn.
What?
That's funny.
Here you see pictures of the same woman, one with long hair, one with short hair. Said, "Yesterday a creep told me he loved my long hair, so today I cut it." Then Xavier says, "I love your neck."
Friend of the show, Xavier. Love it when he comes around.
He should be. He's hilarious. I love
He's a
him.
fucking legend.
Yeah.
He is, absolutely. Here we have a picture of Donald Trump with some pixelated neck pictures. It says, "Whenever Trump appears on TV in Japan, their pornography censoring AI automatically pixelates his neck."
Oh my God. Gotta love Japanese programmers.
Absolutely. My last one for the round was a tweet from @dogmatic_shorty Meggie. "Every time my work enemy talks about their partner, I make sure to ask which one so that she has to explain that she's poly in front of our older bosses." All right, that's mine for the round.
That is clever. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. The penultimate round. Here we are. Kicking it off with William Powell. He's reposted Air at AO Air. "If you see me celebrating 4th of July, it's because I like burgers, not because I support this government." I agree with this message. Representative Jack Kimball says, "So if a baby is born in this country, he's automatically a citizen? Since when?" Now, he's a fake satire account. But Denisha responded, and this is true: "Being a Republican is just an endless cycle of not understanding how anything works and crying about it." Should have timed it better. Sorry, I started choking on my water, I guess. Personified locomotive accident, friend of the show, @Honeybrat, says, "Other witches on the full moon. Little moon bathing rituals, meditation, burning incense, and making moon water. Me points at the moon through a cloud of blueberry vape smoke. All right, bitch, manifest my shit." It's for the witches. We have a large pagan contingent in our demographics. That was from spiritually bougie astrology at Abso-fucking-lutely. So yeah, you should follow them. Here we have the old timey guy with the collars that kind of flip up, and he's got a little sort of a Van Dyke mustache beard thing. No, just a beard, no mustache. And he's just all ho ho ho, and he says, "Have you tried anal bleaching? It really helps assholes lighten up."
Hey.
This is one that I just use in some of the groups that I like to fight in. Also, this for all the guys that complain about being incels, and it's the two guys from Pawn Stars, and he says, "Best I can do is a woman who is interested in learning about your favorite sports." Pretty mid. Been following the mid men. I don't know if you guys have, but in I don't think the face-eating leopards would eat my face group, I found this posting from the New York Times back in June. Freedom Con, and con meaning convention, not being conned out of all their money, although that is also happening. More than 4,500 men and boys gathered for masculinity, Christianity, and right-wing politics. And the headline is "Where Testosterone and the Bible Are the New Punk Rock."
No.
I like that. I wanted to make sure that and some of the
Punk rock is punk rock. You fucking dorks.
So the comments were brilliant, man. One was the picture of the little girl being told they're going to Disneyland, and she's just like, It says, and the girls were like, It says, Kevin Harrison says, "Wear Nickelback and cargo shorts are the new punk rock."
Yeah.
Nick Windsor says, quote, "If you think about it, guys, not having a tattoo is almost as punk rock." Every youth pastor minister ever. Anyway, so I enjoyed that. Here we have Godless Engineer, new acquaintance of the show, really just an acquaintance, but he's got a picture of the blonde Chad guy with the beard. It says Texas is reading the Bible in public schools. And then we have a picture of it's Jesus, which doesn't make any sense. But the chapter being quoted is Exodus, and it just says, "Tell the girls they can be sold as sex slaves to whomever their dad chooses." Exodus 21:7-11. And I was like, oh, that's a good one. That's a fun one to whip out there. So yeah. So I like when the Republicans are like, "We're going to read the Constitution," and they forget there's stuff about slavery in there. David DeSoto has posted this, and apparently Graham Plattner for U.S. Senate up in Maine has canceled. Says Graham Plattner is sick. People are laughing because I don't think he's sick. he's conferring with attorneys and campaign donors, trying to figure out how much money he has to pay back. That's what my suspicion here. Dexerto, acquaintance of the show, gold check mark, whatever the hell that means, over on X, has reposted this from Hen Bandish. It says, anti-aging influencer Brian Johnson has been diagnosed with autoimmune gastritis, a chronic illness, and is trying to cure it. He says, "My stomach is eating itself. 2 to 5% of people have this too, likely more because it hides." Now I want to list off to you, if you've not heard of this guy, this life extension guy, he has done like $100 million. He sold his company for $20 million, reinvested some stuff, got doctors, gets infusions, takes 100 pills a day. He got plasma from his son transfused into him. I mean, I'm talking about this guy is doing everything he can to fight death. And then his stomach is eating itself because none of that stuff worked to stop what was eating him. All right, thank you. I appreciate the pity laugh. This is one I keep dropping around too. It says, "Oh, you seem upset. Have a rainbow." What? It's a rainbow. It's in the Bible. God promised it. It's a promise. And here we have the gentleman from The Princess Bride. He says, "You keep using that word, socialism. I do not think it means what you think it means." Again, dropping that one all over the place. Getting some fun responses on it. Oh my gosh, guys, that is it. That is my penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. Handing it over to you, Michael. I know you're shocked.
I feel shocked.
Those improv classes are really paying off, man.
Yes, and
Yes, and I'm saying yes, and
moist Buddha.
Buddha.
Keeping it moist. Keeping it Buddha. He's here with my post with the most this week. It's this picture of Brad Pitt. I think this is from what's the name of that movie?
Glorious Bastards.
Glorious Bastards.
Glorious Bastards. He's smoking a cigarette. Looks kind of stressed out. He's leaning on his knee, looking down at the ground, and it says, "Just did the math to see where I could go on vacation, and according to my budget, I'm going to work."
Damn. Felt, chef.
That's how we're feeling this week. What you got, Brain?
I got a shameless fucking plug because this is literally my post with the most. They said I got 150 likes on my story or some shit like that. I don't know. But anyways, my son announced that he is having a baby. We're becoming grandparents, and we found out on 4th of July that we have a grandson coming. And so this is a billboard picture that they put up of the sonogram that says, "Every good and perfect gift is from above. Blessings due December 2026." Which means if you'd like to send diaper gifts, please hit me up in my Venmo. Okay, I'm gonna pass that off to you, Tyler.
All right.
That's beautiful.
Well, congratulations.
Yup.
Thank you.
Kind of related. This one is from r/kids are fucking stupid. Titled Creative Interpretation. And there's a question asked on Reddit. It says, "What is the most ridiculous thing you did as a child?" User Bagel Stealer 42 said, "My mother once threatened to make my brother 6 and I 4 sleep outside if we didn't go to get our room cleaned up. So we decided that we should probably spend the rest of the day preparing to sleep outside because that would be way easier than cleaning our room. Our bright idea was to dig holes for us to sleep in so we could cover ourselves in leaves and sticks to act as blankets. So instead of my mom finding her sons cleaning their room, she found them digging their own graves in the backyard."
That's awesome. Oh my gosh,
Nice.
that's me. Oh yes, Mazel tov, abuelo. My post with the most is my post with the most is from Nikki Writes Back. It's a picture of those Patriot Front shitheads marching again. It says, "Spent 4 whole years acting like a paper mask at Costco was the trail of tears, just to voluntarily dress like a racist beekeeper in 110-degree heat." I just like the sound of racist beekeeper. It was like, yeah, you guys are stupid people. Stupid. That's how we usually start it. That's how we usually end it. Extra stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that constitutes an entire episode of Facebook for the Blind. Thank you so much. We love you.
Love you, George.
Love you, Beverly.
Banger show. Absolutely banger show. I mean, it was no walking TV. Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.